we had the privilege to be on this project early on, and what we did for this LINC is that we compared our first 7 patients that we treated with deep venous arterialization with the second 7 patients, and saw what we learned and what changed in the process. And what is interesting is that deep vein arterialization is a procedure in evolution. And what we saw, for example, in the first patients, we used cutting balloons to destroy the valves in the forefoot, to distribute arterial flow to the soft tissues of the forefoot, and that didn't work so well. So, however, later on, we had a antegrade cutting valvulotome at hand, wire guided, and that made it possible to destroy the valves in the plantar vein, and therefore distributing the arterial flow that we get from some inflow vessels from the knee into the tissues of the forefoot. And it made a huge difference in outcome and also made the procedure much easier. And this is what we're going to report about today. Well, I think if you want to have a glimpse to the future, what I find very interesting and what I will highlight today is if you look at any trial that looks for amputation-free survival, you look at curves that start at 100% and then decline over time constantly. This is how life is. This reconstruction fails, and over time, more and more of these patients will undergo amputation. What we saw in the lymph flow data, and despite it's the ALPS registry or PROMISE 1 or PROMISE 2, we lose some patients in the first quarter of the year. About 20, 25, 30%. However, these patients come to a level then over a very long period of time. And I think it's time to question whether patients with end stage below the knee PAD should not be treated primarily with deep vein arterialization, because we have the chance to reach these plateau, to get them Rutherford 0 or 1. I get the wounds healing, and these constructions, once they are established, stay patent. I have the feeling better than traditional arterial reconstructions. Well, that is something that is very troublesome, and you see it, even in Germany, within half an hour car drive distance, the level of education can be completely different, And this is something you have to tackle with conferences here like LINC. To get us physicians on a more even level. So what still happens is amputation without angiogram. It's 2023, and this is something that should not happen anymore. What still happens is surgical reconstruction of short lesions that, if with some training, everybody could do endovascular. And these are the things I think we have to tackle for the future. Oh, I have a very dedicated opinion on that. Multidisciplinary is always good, but you need to have established good communication without too much, ego gratification of the single specialty. Or you have a more holistic approach, but then you have to take care that all the mosaic pieces that you need are done early, and that you don't waste time, A patient's foot can be lost over the weekend, and you need a team, whether multi or monodisciplinary, that takes care of the patient 24/7.